The highly anticipated rematch between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira is set to be one of the biggest fights of the year. But beyond the belts and rankings, one question has dominated the conversation. Is Magomed Ankalaev scared to fight Alex Pereira? For his critics, his methodical, risk-averse style in the first fight and his tendency to settle for decisions against top competition prove he is hesitant to engage. They argue that he's afraid of Poetan's one-punch knockout power, and that this fear will prevent him from fighting to his full potential. But for his supporters, the idea that he is scared is laughable. They argue that his disciplined approach is not a sign of fear, but of intelligence. They believe that Ankalaev is one of the most tactical fighters in the sport, and that his style is the exact blueprint needed to neutralize the division's most dangerous striker. Magomed Ankalaev isn't just back in camp. He's sharpening every weapon and not slacking for his highly anticipated rematch with Alex Pereira. This time, all eyes are on the details. From his suffocating defense to the precise striking that silenced critics, the professional community has plenty to say about the Dagestani powerhouse. Some see his training as the blueprint to finally put Pereira away for good, once and for all, while others wonder if his disciplined style can withstand the storm of Poetan's power a second time. Breaking down the matchup, Joe Rogan has been clear about where he stands on Ankalaev, pointing out that the Dagestani hasn't delivered a single flat performance. Every time he steps into the octagon, he's chasing victory, pushing the pace, and testing himself against the best in the division. Rogan sees him as a relentless force, a true contender who somehow still isn't getting the recognition his skills deserve, a notion that adds another layer of intrigue to this rematch. Ultimately, the fight is seen as a battle of styles. Can Ankalaev's consistent, pressure-heavy attack and suffocating defense finally break through the dangerous, one-shot power of Pereira? The consensus is split, but what's clear is that both men are leaving no stone unturned. The winner will not only walk away with a victory, but will cement their legacy at the very top of the light heavyweight division.
If you look at his performances, the guy's not had a bad performance. Like, there's not one fight that was boring. There's not one fight where he wasn't trying to win.
He's not a wrestler.
Right, he's fighting top contenders. He's fighting top guys. Yeah, he's a fucking animal. And he's out of the...
Joe Rogan doubled down by reflecting on the first Pereira versus Ankalaev clash, arguing that the fight didn't need a wild knockout to be thrilling. To him, it was exciting because of the layers of technique, with Ankalaev methodically neutralizing the division's most feared striker. Rogan pointed out the razor-thin margin for error when trading shots with Pereira, yet reminded everyone that Ankalaev isn't just a defensive mastermind. He has put away plenty of elite names with knockouts of his own. While Pereira's highlight reel gets all the buzz, Rogan argues that Ankalaev's finishing power is just as real. The same striking that Joe Rogan praised is exactly what Magomed Ankalaev is sharpening in the gym. He is honing the precision and timing he'll need to deliver the kind of knockout that silences doubt and proves he can finish even the most dangerous man in the division. Ankalaev has already stated that he plans to knock out Alex Pereira in their rematch, a bold claim that reflects his focus on delivering a definitive finish. This is his opportunity to leave no question about who is the superior striker. Tom Aspinall shared a similar sentiment with Joe Rogan, shifting the spotlight toward Magomed Ankalaev whenever the talk turned to Alex Pereira. Instead of jumping straight into the heavyweight discussion, Aspinall emphasized how overlooked Ankalaev has been. He argued that the Russian has torn through top competition, even toppling Pereira himself, yet still isn't given the respect he has earned. For Aspinall, the story is simple. Before Pereira can make the leap to heavyweight and attempt to become a 3-division champion, he needs to settle unfinished business with Ankalaev. This fight is seen as a necessary hurdle that will either cement Pereira's legacy or establish Ankalaev as the undisputed champion.
One that stands out to me, though, just because it's unique, is the Alex Pereira fight.
But I don't know, he's got business to do at light heavy, you know what I mean? He's just lost his title in a tough fight. I think that Ankalaev remains to be a really tough matchup for him. And let's see if he gets through the next one, because in my opinion, Magomed Ankalaev doesn't get enough respect. Like, the guy has run through everybody, and he just beat a long-standing champion, and he should be given respect in his own right for being a champion. And I think that it's a tough fight for Alex. It's definitely a fight that Alex can win. We've seen him, you know, how powerful he is and stuff. But I think as far as his move up to heavyweight, I think I'm only speaking if I was in his position, I'd want to get that one back first.
Robert Whitaker pointed out that Alex Pereira's once unstoppable mystique took a serious dent because of his first fight with Magomed Ankalaev. According to Whitaker, Ankalaev proved he could take the shots that were supposed to end anyone's night and keep moving forward, flipping the script on Pereira's touch-of-death reputation. That survival, more than anything, demonstrated that Pereira is not invincible, a crucial detail that will play a major factor in the rematch.
Ankalaev gained a ton of confidence from their first pairing. I think the hype and confidence train that Pereira had, that if he touches you, you're going to go out sort of vibe, is now mootish because Ankalaev didn't die. Like, he didn't go to sleep when Alex punched him. And I think it gave him so much confidence. That's almost lent itself to why he's asking for that rematch straight away. He's like, all the boogeyman vibes, all the mysteries and uncertainties are now gone. He's very beatable. He's human like anybody.
The first professional take on the rematch comes from Caio Borralho, who believes the fight won't look much different from the first, except for one crucial element. Alex Pereira comes in with extra confidence. After proving he could shut down the takedown threat, Borralho believes Alex can push the pace harder, take chances, and chase the knockout with far less hesitation. According to Borralho, the psychological advantage gained from the first fight is what will make the biggest difference in the rematch. The fear of being taken down and controlled is gone, freeing Pereira to fully unleash his powerful striking. This newfound freedom, combined with his proven ability to withstand Ankalaev's pressure, could be the key to a more definitive victory. However, journalist James Lynch sees the rematch going the distance, with Magomed Ankalaev edging out another decision rather than chasing a highlight reel finish. Lynch acknowledges Ankalaev's knockout tally, but argues that most of those stoppages came against mid-tier names. In his view, expecting Ankalaev to suddenly put a fighter with the chin of Alex Pereira away is a stretch. To support his argument, Lynch points to Ankalaev's record against top contenders. He notes that elite fighters like John Błachowicz, Thiago Santos, and Johnny Walker all went the distance with him. He even adds that the Anthony Smith stoppage was more of an injury than a knockout, further reinforcing his belief that Ankalaev's finishing power is not what it seems against high-level competition. For Lynch, the safer bet is a grinding decision. He believes Ankalaev will rely on his suffocating pressure and control to win rounds and secure a victory on the scorecards, rather than risk everything by trading shots with a knockout artist like Pereira. It's a pragmatic view that prioritizes a win over a highlight, a strategy Lynch expects Ankalaev will follow to ensure he finally becomes the undisputed champion.
I'm going to be going with Magomed Ankalaev by a decision, and I think it's going to play out very similarly to the first fight. So, if you look at it here, you will note that most of Ankalaev's wins are by knockout, 11 total. He's got 10 decision wins, but I just don't see him knocking out Alex Pereira, honestly. If you look at Ankalaev and who he's finished, they're lower level opposition when it comes to the guys that he's finished. Johnny Walker, Anthony Smith, Kutalaba. He hasn't been able to finish, a Jan Blachowicz or a Thiago Santos or Volkan Ozdemir. So he does have finishing ability. I just don't think, and actually that Anthony Smith one was more of an injury.
Andrew Tate has also weighed in on the rematch, highlighting Alex Pereira's deep experience and mental toughness. He stressed that setbacks don't define great fighters. they refine them. Tate argued that losses have a way of exposing weaknesses, but for someone like Poatan, they also light a fire that makes him even more dangerous the next time out. In Tate's view, Pereira has the rare ability to turn defeat into fuel, and that mindset will be the key to him walking away victorious in the rematch. As a highly anticipated rematch,
last thing, I saw you and your brother in Vegas over the weekend. Do you have any words for Pereira? He took a loss, like any maybe words of encouragement?
Pereira's an OG. Pereira fought Sahak Papayan, and I was supposed to fight Pereira a long time ago, but he ended up fighting Sahak instead back in the It's Showtime days. So him and I have been fighting way back when. So he's been around. He knows the game. Yeah. He understands you win some, you lose some. You either use it to come back stronger and better.
the fight between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira has a lot on the line. What will the result be? Will a relentless tactical approach overcome raw, one-punch power? Let us know who you think will win in the comments below. For more in-depth fight analysis and breaking news, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Octagon HQ.